Anna was a 33-year-old woman who worked as a nurse in a busy hospital. Her job was not easy. She worked long hours, sometimes during the day and sometimes at night. It was hard work, and she often came home feeling tired. But she still loved what she did. Helping sick people gave her purpose. It made her feel useful and kind, even though her own life felt lonely. Anna lived by herself. She didn't have a boyfriend, and her days were mostly about work and rest. Her life was simple, without any excitement or surprises. When she wasn't at the hospital, she often visited her mother, who lived in a small village. Her mother was old and needed help with daily tasks, so Anna would go there to support her. These visits made her feel connected to someone, but deep inside, she still felt alone. Everything in her life was quiet and routine. Until one day, something changed. A new doctor came to work at the hospital. His name was Michael. He was 2 years younger than Anna, just 31. But he had the energy and charm that made everyone notice him. Michael was tall, with brown hair and bright blue eyes. He had a friendly smile that made people feel relaxed. All the nurses liked him because he was kind, respectful, and never rude. Anna noticed him too, but she didn't think he would ever notice her. She wasn't someone who wore makeup or expensive clothes. She didn't have a fancy hairstyle. She thought of herself as an ordinary woman, just a nurse who worked hard and lived simply. She didn't feel beautiful or special, and in her mind, someone like Michael wouldn't ever be interested in someone like her. But something unexpected happened. Michael started talking to her. At first, it was small things, just a smile in the hallway or a quick, "How are you?" during lunch. But over time, he became warmer and more caring. He remembered little things she told him. He always smiled when he saw her. Anna was surprised. She didn't understand why someone like Michael would pay attention to her. One day, as she was leaving work, Michael asked if she needed a ride home. She hesitated for a moment, but then said yes. During the ride, they talked about their work, their lives, and even their families. Michael listened to her, laughed at her jokes, and shared stories from his own life. For the first time in a long while, Anna felt like someone truly cared about her words. That car ride became the beginning of something new. After that day, Michael often offered to drive her home. Sometimes he brought her coffee during breaks. They would sit together during lunch and talk like old friends. Anna found herself looking forward to these small moments more and more. Each time she saw him, her heart felt lighter. She started smiling without even realizing it. Anna didn't know exactly what this feeling was, but it was warm, exciting, and new. After so many quiet years, someone had come into her life who made her feel seen, not for how she looked, but for who she truly was. And even though she still had doubts in her heart, wondering if she was really good enough, she couldn't help but feel that something beautiful might be starting. Little did she know, this was just the beginning of a journey that would change her heart forever. As time passed, Anna and Michael grew closer. Their conversations became longer, deeper, and more personal. Every morning, Anna looked forward to seeing his smile. Every lunch break, she hoped he would sit beside her. They shared coffee, stories, and gentle laughter. These little moments filled a space in Anna's heart that had been empty for a long time. One weekend, Michael asked her if she wanted to go watch a movie. Both of them were off work, and Anna was excited but nervous. She wasn't used to this kind of attention. She said yes. They watched the movie, then took a walk afterwards. They strolled through the quiet streets, talking and laughing for hours. Anna felt special. She hadn't felt this happy in years. She started to believe that maybe, just maybe, Michael truly liked her the way she liked him. But a few days later, everything changed. Michael called her to talk. He looked serious, not like his usual smiling self. Anna felt a strange feeling in her stomach, like something bad was about to happen. "I need to tell you something," he said gently. "I'm married." Anna felt like the ground beneath her had disappeared. Her heart sank. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. He had never mentioned a wife before. He didn't wear a wedding ring. How could this be true? Michael continued. To explain, his wife's name was Laura. They had been married for 5 years, but their marriage was not a happy one. "We don't talk much anymore," he said. "We live in the same house, but it feels like we live in different worlds. We don't have the same interests. We're more like strangers now." He told Anna that being around her made him feel alive again, that with her, he could laugh and be himself, that he felt safe and happy in her presence. His words were soft, and his eyes looked honest, but Anna didn't know what to feel. Her mind was full of questions. If he's married, why is he spending time with me? Why didn't he tell me sooner? Why did he make me feel so special if his heart already belonged to someone else? Anna had never wanted to hurt anyone. She had never expected to find herself in a situation like this. She liked Michael deeply. She had started to dream about a future, about love and hope. But now, all those dreams felt uncertain. The more she thought about it, the more confused she became. Michael's words felt sincere, but the situation felt wrong. She didn't want to be someone's secret. She didn't want to be the reason someone's marriage fell apart. But at the same time, her heart wanted to believe that Michael's feelings were real. Anna told him she needed time to think. "I'm not sure what to do," she whispered. Michael nodded and said he understood. That night, Anna lay in bed staring at the ceiling. She thought about the way Michael made her laugh, about the way he looked at her like she mattered. But she also thought about Laura, the woman Michael had married. Was it right for her to continue seeing him? The next few days were hard. Anna went to work like normal, but her heart wasn't at peace. She smiled at patients, spoke kindly to coworkers, but inside she felt lost. Her world, which had started to bloom, was suddenly full of questions and pain. And now she had a choice to make: follow her heart and risk hurting others, or walk away from the man who had made her feel alive again. Anna hoped time would bring her answers. She needed to understand what Michael truly meant to her and what his presence meant in her life. She still remembered every kind word he had said, every smile, and every quiet moment they shared. But behind those memories was a new, painful truth: he had a wife. One afternoon, Anna went to a large supermarket in the city to buy groceries. She was walking down an aisle when she heard a familiar voice. Her heart froze. It was Michael. She turned her head and saw him, but he wasn't alone. Beside him stood a woman, tall, graceful, and beautiful. She wore elegant clothes. Her hair was shiny and styled perfectly, and her smile was dazzling. They looked like a perfect couple. They were laughing together, talking softly, and enjoying each other's company. Anna stood still, her hands gripping the shopping cart tightly. That must be Laura, she thought, the wife he said he wasn't close to. But nothing about them looked unhappy. They looked like they belonged together. Pain filled her chest like heavy water. Without saying a word, she turned around and quickly left the store. She didn't want them to see her. She didn't want to cry in front of strangers. She walked, home in silence, feeling like her world had crumbled again. That night, Anna couldn't stop thinking about what she had seen. Her heart and her mind were at war. Why did he spend time with me if he was happy with her? Why would he lie? She remembered the way he said his marriage was cold and distant. But at the supermarket, it didn't seem that way at all. Anna began to question everything. Was she just someone he used to feel better about himself? Did he really mean all the kind things he had said? Maybe he had never been unhappy. Maybe she was the one who had been fooled. The next morning, Anna went to work with tired eyes and a heavy heart. She didn't want to see Michael. She didn't want to hear his voice or feel his smile pretending everything was okay. But life doesn't wait for our pain to fade. As soon as Michael saw her, he smiled gently like nothing had happened. But Anna couldn't pretend anymore. She walked up to him, her voice calm but sad. "Michael, we need to talk." He looked at her, a little confused. "What's wrong, Anna?" "I saw you at the supermarket with your wife. You looked happy together." Michael's smile faded. His eyes dropped, and he didn't speak for a moment. "I know what you saw," he said softly. "But it's not what it seemed." Laura and I smiled. "Yes, but that doesn't mean everything is fine. We were in public. We were being polite. But behind those smiles, there's still distance. There's still silence between us at home." Anna didn't know what to believe. She felt like she was standing in the middle of a storm. Part of her wanted to trust Michael. Part of her wanted to walk away. "I don't want to be the reason someone's marriage breaks," she said quietly. "Even if you say it's already broken." Michael looked into her eyes. "Anna, with you, I feel free. I feel like myself again. I don't want to lose that." Anna stepped back. Her heart hurt deeply, but she knew she needed space. "I need time to think," she said. "Please, give me time." As she walked away from Michael that day, her heart was full of sadness, but also full of strength. She was starting to understand that love must come with truth, and she deserved more than half a heart. After asking Michael for space, Anna entered a time of deep thought. Her days felt strange and quiet. At work, she tried to stay focused, but her mind often wandered. She thought about Michael's smile, their conversations, and the way he made her feel. But at the same time, she remembered the pain she felt at the supermarket, seeing him with his wife. It was a painful mix of love and doubt. She spoke to her best friend, Sarah, someone she trusted deeply. Anna told her everything about Michael, the time they spent together, and how she recently found out about his marriage. Sarah listened carefully, and then said something that stayed in Anna's heart. You deserve someone who is truly yours, someone who chooses you completely, not someone who's only half with you. Those words were like light breaking through clouds. Anna realized she had been waiting for something that wasn't fully hers. She didn't want to be someone's secret. She wanted love that was open, honest, and whole. A week later, Michael called and asked to meet. They met in the park where they once walked and laughed together. This time, the air between them felt heavier. Anna looked into his eyes and said, Michael, I care about you. I really do. But I can't continue like this. I can't be someone in the middle of your marriage. If you're not happy, you need to fix your life. But I can't be your escape. I need something real and true. Michael looked heartbroken, but understood. I will always care about you, Anna, he said quietly. But I understand. I want you to be happy. They said goodbye. As Anna walked home, her heart ached, but she also felt strong. She had chosen herself, her peace, and her dignity. It wasn't easy, but it was right. In the following days, Anna focused on her work again. She spent more time with her friends. Slowly, the heavy sadness started to fade. Her smile returned, not because someone gave it to her, but because she was healing. One afternoon, she decided to take a walk in the park, just to breathe some fresh air. The sun was shining gently through the trees, and the world felt calm. As she walked, she heard someone call her name. Anna. She turned around and saw a familiar face. It was Daniel, an old friend from her college days. She hadn't seen him in years. He looked different, more mature, but still warm and friendly. They hugged and smiled. Daniel asked if she had time for coffee. Anna agreed, happy to see someone from her past. They went to a small cafe in the park and sat outside, laughing and catching up. Daniel shared that he had just moved back to the city to work as a teacher. He talked about how much he loved helping children learn. Anna shared about her work at the hospital, and they both laughed about silly things from college, late-night studying, bad coffee, and old friendships. That one coffee led to more. Over the next few weeks, they met often. They talked about their dreams, their challenges, and how life had changed them. With Daniel, everything felt easy. There were no secrets, no confusion, just peace and joy. Anna felt something she hadn't felt in a long time: hope. Daniel was kind, open, and respectful. He didn't make big promises, but his actions showed that he cared. Slowly, she felt her heart open again, not from excitement, but from quiet comfort. This wasn't the kind of love that rushed in like a storm. It was the kind that grew slowly, like sunlight after a dark night. Anna and Daniel started seeing each other more often. Their friendship grew naturally, with no pressure, no confusion, just warmth and peace. They went for long walks in the park, watched movies together, shared meals, and laughed at old memories. Anna felt happy around him, and what mattered most, she felt safe. Daniel was gentle, thoughtful, and honest. He never made her feel like she had to compete with anyone else. With him, Anna didn't have to worry about secrets or broken trust. Her heart, still healing from the pain Michael had caused, finally began to feel light again. Then one afternoon, something unexpected happened. Anna decided to surprise Daniel by visiting his favorite cafe. She knew he often went there after work to relax. As she entered the cafe, her eyes searched for him, and there he was, sitting with a woman. They were laughing and talking closely. Anna's heart sank. The pain from her past returned in a rush. The image of Michael with his wife at the supermarket came back like a wound reopening. She stood quietly, unsure what to do. Should she go up and say hello? Should she turn and leave? She decided to leave. She didn't want to cry in public again. That night, Anna couldn't sleep. What if Daniel had someone else? What if he was hiding something too? Her mind was full of questions and fear. She didn't want to be hurt again. The next day, Daniel called her. His voice was cheerful, like nothing had happened. He asked if she wanted to meet for a walk in the evening. Anna agreed, deciding that she had to talk to him honestly. As they walked through the park, she couldn't keep the truth inside anymore. "Daniel," she said softly, stopping under a tree, "I saw you yesterday at the cafe. You were with a woman, and it looked like you were close. I don't know who she was, but it confused me." Daniel paused, surprised. Then he smiled gently and took her hand. "Anna," he said, "that woman is my cousin, Emma. She just moved to the city, and I've been helping her settle in. I didn't think it was important to mention. I'm really sorry it upset you." Anna sighed in relief. Her heart calmed. "I'm sorry I jumped to conclusions," she said. "It's just, I've been hurt before. I guess I was scared." Daniel nodded. "I understand. You don't have to be scared with me. There's no one else, just you." His words made Anna feel something deep, a kind of peace she hadn't felt in years, a trust she had longed for. One evening, as they sat together for dinner, Daniel gently asked about her past relationships. Anna hesitated but decided to open up. She told him about Michael, how she didn't know he was married at first, how it broke her heart, and how she had to walk away even though she cared. Daniel listened quietly. He didn't interrupt or judge her. When she finished, he took her hand and said, "Thank you for trusting me with your story. I'm here now, and I want us to build something real, together." Months passed. Their bond grew stronger. They supported each other through busy workdays, shared dreams, and small joys. Then, one day, while walking through the same park where they had reconnected, Daniel stopped and looked at her with a soft smile. "Anna, I know we haven't been together forever, but I can't imagine life without you," he said. "You make every day brighter. Will you marry me?" Tears filled Anna's eyes. She smiled through them and said, "Yes, I will." And just like that, Anna's journey came full circle. She had walked through pain, confusion, and heartbreak, but now she stood in the light of true, gentle love.